This loft hatch needs painting. I've already done the ceiling. Now, usually when I'm doing things like this is one of the last things that gets done. Now, generally, most of my customers would just have it glossed. And when I looked at that, I couldn't get round whether it'd been undercoated and missed out, or whether it had been emulsioned. It turns out it has been emulsioned when it was done originally with the ceiling, and it's an ordinary contract matte emulsion which just seems to grip the dirt. So I did have a sneaking feeling that this wasn't going to be glossed, so I brought this painting primer with me. I'm going to give it 2 coats of that, but even it being a satin, it's still got a slight sheen to it, and no, she doesn't want it, so definitely just go with the ceiling paint. So I've been going round neatening up the corners. Got another one to do there. A bit of filler or Artex there I'm going to remove. But I will be using the same paint as I've used on the ceiling. One more to trim on this side. To me, let's say probably Artex or emulsion paint, just to build up a paint. Using my Stanley knife just to trim it. Sometimes, depending on how good the mitre is, it might actually be the mitre. I took this loft hatch out, just holding it to the light there. I'm glad I'm not glossing that. Brush marks in it, they're going all over the place. So I'll lightly flat it down and give it a couple of coats of the emulsion. I've just got some 180 grit. One direction. And that's it. Ready for painting. I wiped it down with a damp cloth. That's okay. I'm just going to brush this on. soon dry that first one. It's actually soaking into that other emulsion. Feel it dragging quite a bit. So I'll move that, leave it to dry, and I'll carry on with the frame. When painting this frame, with it being loft insulation, fiberglass, and you could dust around this edge. It's probably better with a damp cloth and wipe it. Just removing any bits of dust, deadening it so it doesn't blacken your paint. I'm ready to put my first coat on. With this being the same paint as the ceiling, I won't have a problem when I'm coming around this edge. I will do this edge first because if there is any contamination, I don't want it coming back onto the ceiling. But once the first coat is on, it won't be too bad, it will have deadened a lot of it. Wipe any thick edges off that face. Last face. I've kept the mask on because any air movement up there, and there'll still be bits of insulation dust moving about. That won't take long to dry. Loft hatch cover's dry now. Got all the brush marks in the same direction. Well, when you're putting this cover back in, good tip is wear some gloves. Keep any black marks off this. Looking a lot better that now. Neater edges.